Imagine this. You're hundreds of feet beneath the surface of the ocean. The water is dark, cold, and quiet, with only the sound of your own breath echoing through the mask. You look around, trying to make out the shapes around you, but the shadows hide everything. Suddenly, you spot something. A movement in the distance. It's not a fish. It's too big, too fast. What do you do? For members of the U.S. Navy, that's not a hypothetical situation. It's a reality they've faced during covert missions, particularly when they've gone deep into classified naval operations. And sometimes, it's not just the fish they're worried about. Joe Rogan, host of The Joe Rogan Experience, has had a lot of high-profile guests on his show, but one of the most eye-opening conversations was when he sat down with former Navy fighter pilot David Fravor. Fravor was part of a team that witnessed one of the most famous UFO encounters in modern history, the Tic Tac UFO incident. But Rogan didn't stop there. During their conversation, Rogan brought up something even more disturbing: what the Navy saw while diving into the ocean. Now, we all know that the ocean is a vast, mysterious, and largely unexplored frontier. More than 80% of the ocean remains undiscovered. But what Rogan and Fravor discussed was far more chilling than any marine biology lesson. Fravor described unidentified submerged objects, USOs, things that were not just flying above the ocean, but sinking beneath it, moving at incredible speeds. Fravor recalled several Navy divers and submariners reporting strange, unidentified movements beneath the water. These objects weren't like anything conventional, neither aircraft nor vessels, and they didn't follow any laws of physics that we understand. Imagine a submerged object, moving too fast, darting from one point to another, and then just vanishing. These were things that couldn't be explained by the typical ocean creatures or military technologies we know. Some of the reports even mentioned objects that seemed to go invisible or disappear into the ocean floor without a trace. Rogan's guest recounted how, in several underwater dives and classified operations, Navy personnel encountered mysterious objects that behaved erratically, almost like they were aware of human presence. And no, these weren't just giant squid or massive schools of fish. The objects moved with a purpose, a level of intelligence beyond natural life forms. The discussion shifted to the idea that these USOs could be extraterrestrial or from some unknown force beneath the ocean. But what really stood out was the timing. The sightings were happening more frequently during high-tech military operations that were focused on monitoring the oceans with advanced sonar and radar systems. And here's the kicker. The Navy wasn't just encountering strange objects near the surface. They were also being detected deep in the ocean, beneath the ice, and at extreme depths, where human life is usually impossible to sustain. These objects seem to be operating without limits, capable of moving effortlessly between the atmosphere and the ocean depths, defying the laws of physics as we know them. The most terrifying part? The Navy didn't know what they were dealing with. These were not enemy forces. They weren't ships from foreign nations. They weren't even marine animals or man-made technologies. It leaves you wondering, what could these objects be? Could they be aliens? Or perhaps ancient civilizations buried beneath the ocean floor, hidden, waiting to be discovered? The U.S. Navy's encounters have led many to ask, what is really down there? The ocean, so vast and largely unexplored, might be hiding something far beyond what we can even begin to understand. Some speculate that we may not be alone on Earth, that beneath the water's surface, otherworldly beings could be waiting, watching, or perhaps even interacting with us. But until the government decides to release more information, or until the ocean's deep mysteries are finally uncovered, we can only speculate. So, what do you think? Are these underwater sightings proof of an alien presence? Or is there something more sinister and unknown lying beneath the surface? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, keep questioning.